Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, my little Cinderella. I'm just glad to
I
have you
love
here.
you. Oh, you're so adorable. I like you so much. Oh my God, you're awesome. Cool, cool,
Thank
cool
you.
person. It's great to have amazing people
Thank
like you
you.
out there. Bring sunshine to
Well,
the
thank
day, right?
you. Yes, yes,
Summer started.
absolutely.
Summer started.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, I was thinking about you, and one of the first questions came to my mind was, talking about your foundation. You sing, you have the foundation, you inspire people. But what part of your story surprises people when they meet you?
They're very surprised that my mission, my music, and the foundation, the nonprofit organization we have in New York here, and that is all very authentic, and it's come from real life. You know, most of it. I mean, this life that I experienced by myself when I grew up, and we had water wells in our house in Afghanistan by my grandfather, and how we collected the water and how actually great water is it, this the water we collect from the water wells. So this is, it's all from real life, from real life. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And I know that you're big about, your creativity and giving back. Um, when it comes to sometimes it seems like it don't connect. So how do you feel like your creativity and giving back connect with, your foundation and your followers? How do you feel like they all connect together?
I think it's a, you know, it's in the music that I do, songs, and this tell a story,
Mhm.
right? And you know, music usually attach people, right, and give them hope. And it's the same as with the foundation. You know, we support and help people in Afghanistan. A little bit about my foundation, you already know about it. For audience that they are looking at this, viewing this interview, is we have a nonprofit organization based in New York, and I have many different volunteers in New York and in Germany, and we build water wells in small villages in surrounding big cities in Afghanistan, and specifically the Herat city, the city that I actually was born there, grew up there. And I left Afghanistan, I think, when I was 7 and 8 years old. It's a long time ago. But you know, we never forget where we are from, and we give back and we help. And this is what we're doing there in Afghanistan. So that's to the foundation. And I think with that, we give a little hope to people, right? Hope, and we help them. And in their needs that they need, you know, water is one of the most important things in our lives, right? We take it for granted in America, in Germany, the country that I grew up with, in Germany. And of course, you know that I moved to New York many years ago from Germany. And I saw opportunities here with a lot of amazing people who supports my foundation. And our organization is an organization, everybody volunteered into this, and so we all help and collect money from our people who donate to us, or other people. Some of the people actually, they are volunteering into the foundation. You know, in any ways we can, we collect and support and help build water wells in these small villages, and 100% of our um, donation goes to the cause. 100%. Nobody gets salary. We never collected anything. Sorry about that. I'm gonna turn off the phone. and and I think in both ways we can, you know, touch people and support and give them hope about life, and of music too. And that's why I believe this connected, you know. And also, you know, I bring awareness about most of my songs are, you know, has a, you know, there's a meaning there, right? And also not only just to help people to have hope about life, it just taking your pain away. You know, when you're sad, you're listening to a song, you know, it's kind of makes you feel good about you the moment you're listening to the song, and you know you're not alone. There are people out there, there's voices out there. It gives you a little, empowers you a little bit. So through my music I bring more awareness about woman rights. It's a lot about woman rights and the pain and the
That's
struggle people
awesome.
go
Yeah,
through. And yeah, and the pain and struggle people go through, that they're not alone, and there are people who went through this, and everybody gets somehow affected through that. And I believe both is very, very empowering and bringing awareness about many different causes in the world. It's not the water, like the water that's something, of course,
Yeah.
come from Afghanistan. I'm from there, but I have friends there from Haiti. They tell me the
Hmm.
same stories, that all over the, like, we don't see it this way when we are living here, but there are places in the world that people still carry water on the shoulder home and collect
Wow.
long way to get water because they don't have access to fresh water. And how important
Mm.
is fresh water? Just imagine, you don't have water, you don't have life, and you're drinking dirty water from some rivers, you're carrying bacteria,
Mm.
viruses, and if was effects in
Yeah.
the other side of the world, someday and somehow it would affect our lives in America, not in Germany only, which I'm
Hmm.
from, and in America too. I mean, I grew up in Germany and I grew up in a Western culture, and I never had this issue. When I was a little girl in Afghanistan, my grandfather, was a big businessman. He had many water wells in our house. We never had any issues with water, and the water is actually great, clean, fresh water. It's better than bottled water, actually, the water from the water wells. And I enjoyed it when I never really saw that. So I feel so sad actually knowing this exists, knowing that they have an issue in
Hmm.
2025 now. I mean, I started the foundation a couple of years ago, 2022, and I was very surprised that people still have these kind of issues in the world, and I don't worry about it at all. I worry about my next meeting in the morning and what I'm gonna go or what I'm gonna eat, whatever, right? Or anything else. I don't worry going into the bathroom and there's no water to brush my teeth. There's no water to shower. There's no water to clean my face. I mean, to everything in life, and it's a very simple need. And for me, being born in that country, even though I grew up in Germany, I'm German and American. I live here, an American citizen, and I'm great. Everything is great. I feel these people. I hear these people in Afghanistan. I feel the pain, the struggle these people go through, and the stories, and how brave these women are in Afghanistan. Resilience. These women are amazing. I mean, if I mean, I am a mother of three beautiful daughters, and being pregnant and giving birth, and there's no water. And how do they do that? Like, we have all
Mm.
these options, right? And I come from there. That's who I am, and my daughters too. And I want to bring more awareness also to younger generation. Also, we shouldn't forget where we're coming from. And I want my daughters to grow up and knowing how her mother lived back then, and how people still live in even worse they live. And I support, because I want people to stay in their country and build the country. It's a beautiful country. Afghanistan is a beautiful country, and there's so many beautiful women and beautiful people there with a beautiful heart, and amazing people, very guest friendly people. And I'm so proud to be a part
Hmm.
of it. But basically, I am actually gone long time ago, right? And I grew up in a different culture, and but I think I want to give back, and I want to bring awareness that we can always help and support. And my goal is, even when I'm done in Afghanistan building water wells, if I hope, is support of a lot of people. And one of them are like
Hmm.
you right now, just bringing awareness, interviewing me, giving me the opportunity to speak up about this. I am very grateful for this moment, and also you're empowering me as a woman. And all is, there's many different stories in Afghanistan, and you hear in the news. It is true, woman doesn't have so much right there. Birds have more rights, and the cats and dogs have more rights in America than a woman. There's no rights at all. They're not
Wow.
allowed to do anything. Education also is limited until sixth grade, and I feel sad for them, because I had three
Wow.
sisters, I have three daughters. I always loved women, and I always wanted to support women, and I took my time to set back and take my time in the last past years to focus just on what I'm doing in Afghanistan, my mission to bring more people who are always remind me that don't give up, and even a
Hmm.
little help and could have a huge impact. Little action here bring a huge impact of
Yes.
people's lives over there. And it's so important to don't, it's always great, right? We live and we are great, but we are human. We need other human. We came from love, and love and life is stronger than anything else, anything in the world. I lived always good life. you know I can't take anything of this with me. I don't want to take. And I'm grateful for my life to be healthy, to be able to give back,
Hmm.
and connect with the right people who are having the same mindset that I have. So it's always not like, oh, I have to work, I have to make money, I have to do this. And what is about the other part? Can we take? Can we have
Hmm.
that? Can we get? So this is something that I always surrounded myself with, people like you, like other people who are empowering and empowering me as a woman. And there is support there. There's no competition. There's always space for everyone. Everyone does something different. And being grateful every day, remind I believe in God, and remind myself that um, life is not, we all are travelers here. We travel, right? And some at some point, this trip that we started as a baby is gonna stop. So while we are going, we need our sisters, we need our brothers, we need our families, we need our great people like you who are empowering me and giving me this opportunity to speak up about this cause in Afghanistan. And also, of course, the music and the songs. I said, when I'm gonna, and I always was very I was passionate about music. That's another thing. Women are not allowed to sing. They don't have any freedom, any rights. And I thought, if I'm going to be singing,
Hmm.
it has to make sense. It have to make. Um, I don't need attention, and I I want to bring a message. If I go there singing, they have to make sense. So, and to bring a difference in the world, to do changes in the world is okay. What is it? It's about, woman, about things that I went through, it about
Hmm.
struggle and pain that I went through, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people went through that too. To to give them, they're not alone, and and give them a little strength and help and empower them, and to because the pain of a specific pain that we went at the childhood, they're still in us. We still struggle, we still go through it. It doesn't disappear like that. And so I think music brings a lot of hope in people.
Hmm. Hmm. I know, just sitting here looking at you in the camera, looking at you in the camera, I see a strong, empowering woman. Hmm. And looking at you and knowing everything that you do and the cause that you're trying to support and bring awareness to, how do you balance work and family and helping everyone? How do you make that balance?
um you know what, I try to stay grounded, try to grounded, and I try to set boundaries. That's very important. And I always try to remind myself why you're doing this. Why you're doing this. And when I know why I'm doing it, it gives this keep doing, of course, but also be stay grounded, and boundaries. It's very important. And take care of myself, take care of my health. It's very, very important. And I'm keep doing it, and I'm trying to focus on myself, specifically when it comes to the foundation. So don't get distracted, because I live in New York City. There's a lot going on out there. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of fun out there. There's a lot of parties out there. I try to, sit down and in front of this camera right now, my computer, my laptop, my iPad, and this is my desk actually in my living room, and I start just working. And workout, by the way, is also very good. Meditation is also very good. I do that sometimes too. Not regularly. I should do more meditation. I try to keep it for limited for
Mhm.
2 or 3 times a week. Better is if you can meditate every day.
Yeah, that's a good way to balance, meditate, personal time for yourself. Absolutely, that's very crucial, especially for someone that's doing all the things that you're doing. So you're to be commended. Like I said, it's very encouraging, and you inspire me. So
Thank
and
you.
I thank you for what you do as well. Absolutely,
Okay, so
absolutely.
You're
So
inspiring
now,
me very much. You
thank
give me
you,
strength
thank
that I have
you.
a sister out there who believes in the mission we have here. That's amazing. I'm so
Absolutely.
grateful we got connected.
Yes, so am I. Yes, I am just very thrilled, and I look forward to helping, support what you're doing. Like I said, so it's very encouraging and empowering. So, and I'm quite sure everyone appreciate everything that you're doing as well.
Thank
And so when
you.
you think about the work that you're doing, being a philanthropist, um, um, kind of like almost like a self-taught kind of like what you do is like no classroom can prepare you for what you do. So being a philanthropist, how do you connect it all together?
I think how I connect. So the thing is, you know, I learned something in my life that
Mhm.
I never learned it in a classroom, right? The power of listening. It's not only listening, it also hearing people's pain, story, and struggles,
Mhm.
and what they went through or what they are going through. So I keep getting these messages, emails from Afghanistan. People find the website, they sell the Instagram of the Farzana Foundation, and they reach out to me. They send me the stories. Some people send me a video about speaking and about their lives, about the sickness or diseases their wife or children going through, and they ask me for help. And of course,
Mhm.
my help is only limited to building construction of fresh water wells in Afghanistan, which is a little bit help. And there's not,
Mhm.
a big spectrum of things. I can do that right now. Um, but I hear story, I hear listening, I listen to the people, and I think that's something you don't really learn in a school, and that's something that I learned. That's hearing people is very powerful.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah,
that's
it's the
that's one of the
beginning
reasons why
of a
we have this podcast.
yeah, it's the beginning
Mhm.
of a bigger job that we're gonna do if we be able to listen to people.
Absolutely.
I wasn't always like that.
Absolutely.
I wasn't always like that. There were so many things.
No.
When you go to 30 years, 40 years, um, you're all over, and once you get to 50,
Mhm.
that's what you start. You learn, you listen. Different, this is very
Yes.
different over life and life experience and things that we experience on our journey, uh, make us
Mhm.
to understand and listen, and not only listen but also hear people, hear them, what they say,
Mhm.
what they go through, and
Absolutely.
this way give me a tools to be able to help them.
Mhm.
It's a
That's
great,
the purpose of this podcast. That's why it's called My Mic, Your Voice. It's
yeah,
time to be
it's a great.
heard. No
You're
more
already giving the
silence.
mic with your
Absolutely.
mic. You already empowering, just having,
Absolutely.
yeah, giving the mic, and yes, yes, it's very true.
Yes. Yes. Now, when you go back to your younger self, Farzana, you could see if your younger self could see you now,
Yeah.
um, what would surprise her?
Oh God. Okay, so she would say, "Wow, you found your voice." I found my voice, and the best part of it is I found it, and I'm using it to bring awareness and empower other women, specifically the struggle
Yes.
they went through when they were, young or even married. And I use that, mostly I use it also in my songs, and the voice is there.
Mhm.
And I never thought that I have a voice. I can sing. And I might sing. Last year, released 6 7 months ago, a few songs. We produced an album, and now I'm singing very high notes that I never thought in my life that I'm going to be able to sing. How beautiful it is. It's so healing. And I would say, like,
It
good
is.
job, Farzana. Did a good job. Keep singing. Get that voice out of you.
Absolutely. And that leads me to Yes, and that leads me to my next question for you. How did you get into the singing?
Sorry, there's a little noise in the background. Hopefully, that's not too loud in a recording here. I'm so sorry about that. And sorry again. What was your question, please?
How did you get into the singing?
Oh, how did I recorded a song. I was just, when you're happy, in your life and family life and everything is great. And you know that I'm a nurse. I studied nursing in Germany, and I worked many, many years in Germany in the hospital, more than 12, 14 years in a healthcare. And I never really sing. Singing was in the car driving to the hospital. I was singing in a car. I was passionate about Afghan songs. So I built the water wells under my father's name, and I uploaded on Instagram. And I was like uploading the song, and I was like uploading the video of this water wells to honor my dad because he passed away when I was in America, 2014. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
thank you, thank you. So I said, let me find an Afghan. So because my father was he was a very educated person, and he did a lot of amazing things for Afghanistan. And I was uploading it. So let me upload a song, and I uploaded a song. It was a song. It was like about this a beautiful girl with this about her. It's a nice song, like a very very old and old and classic song that everybody knows. And all of a sudden, this song came into my head. I was singing it around, singing, singing. I wanted to produce this
Mhm.
song all of a sudden because I have some friend of mine, and they are musicians. And I said, "Can you create the beat for me?" So I want to try to change the music a little bit and do a cover song. And I produced a song, Chaudhary Moshi, and I produced another song from another Afghan song singers
Mhm.
at that time who was like literally the Elvis Presley from Afghanistan, Ahmed Zoed. Two different songs.
Okay.
They're all actually on Spotify, both of them. I sent these songs to the Afghan people, to Germany, to people all over the world that I know, and they said, "Wow, these are beautiful. Who is singing? This person has a beautiful voice." And I said, "That's actually my voice." And I was like having it a couple months later at the end of the year last year. Said, "Okay, you know what? It's so funny. I never thought in my life that I'm going to be able to sing, or I'm a singer. I would like to sing. I've been singing
Mhm.
always just for myself in front of the mirror at home or in the car, driving car. Anyway, so I said, let me produce. People told me, how would you sing in English? Oh, in English. I said, I'm not even perfect in speaking English. How do I'm gonna and I said, okay, let's write songs. I got a team of producers and writers who helped me to bring my thought, my melodies, things that I want, and they helped me with it. And they are part
Mhm.
of this team too. And we start writing these beautiful songs together, and I start practicing them, and I sing and produce, and this sounds pretty good. And the songs that I'm producing this year even better. So the next song I'm producing actually the song "Hello" from Adele. This is the cover songs, but my own songs are. We produced an album of 12, 14 songs. They're all original songs, all woman empowerment, all of the songs.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yes,
going to
I
be
hope
encouraging because
I have the camera.
um,
Hmm. Sorry, can
mhm.
you see?
So speaking of songs, what attracted me to your page was I saw the song "Bully," and that would make me be able to connect and resonate with you. And because that was one of the reasons, like I told you before, me starting a podcast because of bullying. When I was younger, people make you feel like you're not as good as they are, and bully come in all forms. It don't necessarily just have to be somebody's beating you up or just taking your money, or bully could be in all types of forms. And so that resonated with me, that song, and I really like it. And I was like, oh, I got to talk with her. So I'm like, let me get in contact with you, and that's how we start our relationship. So, how did that song "Bully" come
First
about?
of all, I'm so sorry that you went through bullying in your life, and I'm so proud of you speaking up. And
Thank you.
you're not alone. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about these songs. The songs is very personal. It's a personal experience for myself. And yeah, I get him like now goosebump right now, like a little bit. And I hope I was able through the songs to tell you that you're not alone in this. And there are voices out there who are making that. Through bullying we sometimes lose our voice, right? And we lose it, and we think we don't have a voice. We cannot speak up, or we cannot protect ourselves from a bully. And you are right. You're not alone first, and you are right with bullying. It comes in the different forms. I'm sitting in New York City, and I felt it so many times, even as an adult, that there are bullies out there. They're bullying you. But you just have to be strong. You just have to believe, and you just have to surround yourself with good people, positive people, and just let them do whatever they do, and just don't interact, or get into that uh, uh, the trouble or things that people create in your life. Just try to stay away from it and stand up for people who wants it. Bullies usually are a group of people or strong people. They try to get somebody who's alone or weak, and but they don't understand you're strong.
Mhm.
You're strong, and you're smart, and you're talented, and you're kind, and you have a good heart, and that's why you're here right now, and you're there right now for women like me, women, other women, what they do in their lives. You interview them, not only women, also, you know
Thank
man
you.
man
Thank
could get
you.
bullied, kids could get bullied at school. The bully comes in a lot of different forms. You're
Absolutely.
absolutely right with that. And I'm actually really proud of you that you're speaking up about it in public. I mean, it's a public, platform that
Thank
we
you.
have here, and you're bringing and you're talking about it. Can you tell me a little bit more about your, or is it too private? How did you experience the bully?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say
I
that
said,
again.
mm, can you share a bit more about how did you get bullied, and what
How,
age was it like?
how did I experience bullying? Like I said, when I was growing up, we were considered like poor. I didn't have what the other kids had. So, they would, make fun or tell the other
Mm,
kids, well, don't talk with her, don't play with her, because
mm,
she don't do this and she don't have that. So, that's why I say bully come in different forms. No one
yeah,
tried to, put their hands
yes,
on me or things like that.
yeah, yeah.
But they just try to, just try to make you son to yourself. And I did end up staying a little bit to myself. I played with some kids in the neighborhood, but I mostly
Mhm,
stayed in the house to myself. And I
mm,
stayed quiet a lot. And
mm,
because I felt like I didn't fit in, I didn't belong, or, things like
mm,
that. So, and it made me quiet. And my mom used to always say, go outside and play. I'm like, I don't want to go outside and play,
mm,
things like that, because I just felt like I didn't fit in because of the way the few people made me feel. And
mm.
even in high school, I think in high school I only had like that one friend, but I guess you really just need one friend. No matter what I
You
tried to
just
do to
need
fit in,
one
it just
true
wasn't
friend, yeah.
working out. So I would stay to myself.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes, I would stay to myself. And it's like I missed a lot of opportunities because I didn't want to further school. I didn't want to do a
Mm,
lot of things.
mm.
I got bold once my mom put me to this image and modeling class. She sent me to an image and modeling. She said, you need some confidence. And once she sent me to that class, it just changed everything. It's just like the
I admire
silence was
you, and
gone.
I admire you. I
Um,
admire your confidence. I admire your strength and resilience that you made it.
yes,
You sit at home. You thought you took your time to get your strengths to get out there. So
yes.
listen, here I am. I love women coming more out
Mhm.
and talk about that.
Yes,
I
and
love.
I went to the same, yes, and I went to the same image and modeling school as the actress Delta Burke went to. Here, she went to the school here in Orlando, Florida. So I went to the same school she went to. It was
Mhm.
an excellent school. It was Lisa Maley Professional Image and Modeling School. I went there,
Oh,
and it
good.
just changed my whole outlook. It changed my whole life, and it's just, yeah, with confidence, with
Thank God.
everything. And so I
Yeah.
was like, I had this concept of the podcast. I just sat on it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be
Mm.
quiet anymore.
No.
I'm like, you have a
Why
voice,
bring
you
more
have
men?
talent. I have a lot
It-
of talent. I can sing, I can
yeah,
write. I have a lot of talents and stuff
you
I
do.
can do. I can act, but I just shied away from so much stuff where I could have had a different life by now. But because of the bullying when I was young and because of the way it made me feel, I felt like I didn't fit in anywhere. But I was like, no more. I'm 58. I'm living life, and I'm not being quiet no more. The
You are
silence is
not
gone.
58. You're definitely 29 again. And I heard like
Oh,
you
honey,
literally
I
write
feel
songs.
like 58
So
sometimes.
how about we writing a song together and singing it together? You come to New York, and I have a studio here. We're gonna record it.
Sure.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Absolutely. We can.
I know we
Absolutely.
are right now both very
Sure.
busy with a lot of different things, but we have to find time for that.
Yeah.
Okay, like in about 2 weeks, something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm pretty sure you have a gorgeous
Okay.
voice,
Yeah.
and I want to hear your voice.
Okay. Okay. Now I can't read music. I must admit that. I don't know how to read music.
We will do that. We have a
That's
lot of
something I would
beautiful
love to learn how to
beats
do is
that I
read music.
created, and they're ready to go.
Yes.
They're ready to go to be, hmm
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we could talk about that later. Absolutely. I'm all for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I do appreciate that. And then now when you let me ask you this question. When you think about like I think about the community, your foundation and like finding support, do you wish more people really understood on a human level the your foundation and what you're trying to do?
Yes, I would love. Yes, of course. I want people to have compassions. And if you all hold together and
Hmm.
listen and support each other, we could change. We could create huge change and differences in the world. If a lot of people have the same mindset that you have, that I have. And so speaking up, speaking in a public, getting interviews like this, we're always going to bring more awareness about everything that happening in the world. And also specifically because the song Bully connected us together. And I'm so grateful. I mean, I can't even say thank you enough to reaching out because of that, because it's so important, because I was always wanted to hear with people listening to the songs, does it affect them a little bit? People, like, they could resonate, say, okay, that's, happened to me too, oh, it's great, or it's not great, or whatever. Whatever it was. And I'm so grateful for that. And if we can all, connect and support, I think, and have compassion, we will change the world in many different ways, in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I totally agree. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And it
Yeah.
takes everybody coming together, working together. It takes everybody using their voices, making sure that the
Hold
voices
my
get
hand.
out there so that people can understand they have the awareness. Yes.
Mhm, mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
And so hopefully this podcast, bring awareness to your foundation and the things you're
Yes.
doing for the women of Afghanistan and how important water is. Because, like you say, water is very important.
Yeah.
You can't live without water, and you
Mhm.
don't want someone drinking dirty water, like you say, with all the germs and you know um,
Yeah.
what you call those things that get in your body that can end up killing you.
Any kind of diseases would affect
So
affect us,
you just
infectious diseases. Yes.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Thank
what
you.
you're
Thank
doing
you. Yeah.
is to be commended, and I really hope people reach out and help you with this foundation because it's
Yeah, they
important
will. We will.
that
We're planning.
everybody have
We're
clean
planning.
water.
Yes, to get together. Yes, we will
Absolutely,
definitely work on
absolutely.
that. That's our mission. Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, if you could bottle up one value or principle from your foundation and sprinkle it across the world, what would it be?
Again, the compassion about what we're doing, about to um,
Hmm.
hold together and listen to each other, and
Hmm.
bring the cause, bring, even though it's sometimes people can really donate and help, if they would even speak up about the
Hmm.
cause or bring more awareness about the cause, that this kind of cause exists in this world, is not only about Afghanistan, and how much that would affect us in this Western culture. And I think, yeah.
I have 5 words that I like to tell everybody on this podcast that's free: love, compassion, sympathy,
Sim-
empathy, and kindness.
Kindness. Yes.
Those are free. If we all implement those in our lives, we can make a change.
Yes. So true. Beautiful words, beautiful words. Yes, they're all for free. That's so
Yes.
true. And it's what a great feeling actually if we are capable and able to feel that. Imagine we wouldn't have that.
Hmm.
We wouldn't have that feelings or like this these tools or to
Absolutely.
give, right? And how powerful it is, and it's how valuable
Absolutely.
it is. It's more valuable than anything's material. Anything material. Yeah, anything material. This is
Absolutely.
more valuable. It was wonderful, wonderful words. Wonderful.
Yes. Thank you. Now, Farzana, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. Now, before you go, let everybody know how they can reach your foundation and support your foundation. How can they get in contact and show support for your foundation?
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. They can reach out through our website with the Farzana Foundation, and they can follow us on Instagram, on social media, Facebook also. Then, they make a donation. If they cannot make a donation, we would appreciate having any kind of volunteer or volunteering in any ways for the event that we're planning in the future, near future. And also, bring more awareness, speak about the cause. Even they are sitting at a dinner in a location somewhere that is people have no idea what are actually happening in these countries, that people have no access to fresh water, and how hard it is for them to access fresh water, which is carrying water on their back or shoulder or neck long distance to home to use for just simple necessary need as cooking or showering or using for anything else. And so how important is that? And to just bring that awareness about that. It doesn't really matter where it's going to be built, the water wells, and but there are countries out there, there are many countries out there that they have the need of fresh water. I would really appreciate people to bring more awareness. If that's as simple as you mentioned, that there's five things, kindness, empathy, compassion, and if that would be also a big support, and you're already doing it, that you're here with me right now.
Yes,
I think.
absolutely. Well, like I said, I wish, the foundation all the best, and I hope awareness do come and people can lend a hand and help because it is a good cause. Because, like you say, here in the United States, we take so much for granted. You know how much water we waste here, and then you hear about this story about how people don't have clean water, how pregnant women are
Mhm.
walking, carrying water, and here that we waste water.
Yeah,
So
that's
it,
yeah, that's another
it
thing.
just
Yeah.
really makes you look at things in a
I,
different
I, I
light.
I'm very
Yeah.
glad you brought it up. You know what? It's true. We waste water a lot. Since I'm having this, I didn't pay attention to
Mhm.
that previous my mission in Afghanistan. Since ever
Mhm.
then, I don't waste water at all. I just don't do that. I mean, I usually never really wasted food. Also, this is one of the things that I also raise my kids always to remember. There are people, they don't have enough food and water. So now I learned also, I always try to not waste the water at all. I don't let water run like that.
Yes,
And even
exactly.
a shower, I don't take a bath anymore. I do take a bath, but I try to not waste water. Yeah,
Hmm.
not wasting. It's very
Absolutely.
important. There's another thing. Yeah, not wasting. Sometimes people, we don't pay attention to it. We open the faucet and we just let it run, and we go away. We come washing the food or whatever we do. It's there's another thing. Not wasting.
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, it was great. This is a wonderful conversation. I'm so thankful I got a chance to meet you and know you. We've gained a new friendship, so I'm very pleased with that. And we're going to keep in touch. We're going to
Definitely.
see what we
Thank
can
you
do
so much.
with your foundation. Absolutely, absolutely. Now,
Wonderful.
at
It
the end of
was
the
a pleasure.
day,
Pleasure. A pleasure
yes,
meeting. Pleasure speaking with you. Pleasure.
yes,
I'm honored to hear your story, and
yes,
at the same time, I'm there for
yes,
you. If you need it, we can write another
yes.
song,
Thank
another
you.
empower song, empower other
Thank
women,
you.
bring more awareness about the cause. And since you're
Yes.
a songwriter and a singer, What a beautiful connection. We can touch
Yes,
people. We can
absolutely,
touch
absolutely.
with music and storytelling. We can, of course, empower,
Yes.
but sometimes music, you can really compare this in reading words, like words. You can
Yeah,
also share the story, but it's different when you share it through a song and a music.
absolutely,
More stronger, and
absolutely.
it
Because
touches people. It touches people. Yeah, we have to do that.
absolutely,
Right?
absolutely. And music is a healer. It's a healer. It can
Yes, music
heal
is.
as well. It
Music is a
sounds
healer.
good,
Yes,
it feels good, but it also
feels
is
good.
a
Yes,
healer. Yes.
yes, and also bring you to dancing. Most of my songs are dance songs. I like dancing too, by the way.
Hmm.
Dancing, yeah, dancing is beautiful. I love that too. Dance and smile and be positive
Absolutely.
and let it go with everything else.
Absolutely.
Focus and the five words that you said. That's actually great. I'm gonna remember that. Thank you so much
Yes.
for this opportunity.
Yes.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, at the end of the day, when everything is over and Farzana just need to get away and take a break, what's a day of relaxing for you to get away from everything? How do you do that? How do you unwind and just let it go and just focus on you?
How I do, mentioned I don't do meditation every day, but I take completely time for myself. I don't go out that
Hmm.
much. Stay with the family, surrounded, and I have two small little cute Pomeranian, my dogs, and I have two cats. So I love animals, by the way. Oh, I die for them. And I hang out, sit down with them,
Hmm.
and I just, meditation is a great thing. So I sit down with my dog and I feed them, and I like this kind of, I was a mom, and that gives me a lot of
Hmm.
strength and sit down before I sleep. I need a moment for myself, and I really avoid um, going to everywhere to be everywhere, and I don't have to be everywhere. I try to keep that a little bit private, a little bit private time I need every day for myself. I try to keep the energy positive.
Absolutely.
Times when we expose ourselves to everywhere, to
Hmm.
every moment, everything, I don't know. We kind of collect a
Hmm.
lot of different energies, and I've been working on this now for 5 6 years, trying to
Okay.
traveling good places and spending time
Hmm.
private for myself. It's the most valuable things, and it's such important things to do actually, to refresh and
Hmm.
get you. Yeah, can you? Hmm. I think you're frozen a little bit, but can you hear me?
Well, like
Okay, good, good, good. Okay.
like I say, I appreciate everything. Yes, I appreciate you giving me your time today. I thank you. And like I say, I hope this interview bring awareness to your foundation with helping the women in Afghanistan with the water
Hmm. Hmm.
and just anything else that you're doing. Your music is very inspirational. It's moving. It's touching. So keep it up. You're doing a good job. And
Thank you so
like I
much.
say, we'll be
Did
in
you listen
touch.
to another
Once
four
again, we do
songs? We
appreciate you
released four
coming
songs.
on my Mike Your Voice podcast.
Thank you so much, darling. Yeah,
Yes, yes. I heard
you're
the
gonna listen to the other songs too, right?
yes on
Good,
your Instagram.
good. You did. Perfect.
Yes, I saw it on your Instagram. Hmm.
I love you. I love you. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Hmm.
I'm following you
Yes.
too, and I can't wait to those four songs. Bully. We have New York to Dubai is a great song. It's a dance song, and then on the
Yes.
cover is a great song too. And the song
Yes.
Hustler is a great song about single mom. It's a lot about woman,
Yes.
woman
Yes.
stories, and
And if anybody want to check out her music, it's on her Instagram page. So
yes,
look at your
they're all on
Instagram page. You have some
Spotify.
things
They're
on your
all on,
Instagram page.
yes,
Yes.
on Spotify and all kind of
Yeah.
Apple Music. They're all over, all over, all
Hmm.
over platforms for
Yes.
music. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, like I said, thank you. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you. You've been awesome. Yes.
You too. You are amazing.
And thank you for coming
Mhm.
on my
I love
mic. Yes, thank you for coming on my mic, Your Voice podcast,
Thank
Farzana.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
and I love you. And I hope watched. I looked in the camera all the time because it's a screen of my iPad here. I
Yes,
hope I was able
you
to.
did
But I
great.
was looking into
Yes.
your face. I was looking all the
Love,
time, to the camera and to you.
yes, love you
Yes.
too.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yes.
much, my love. Yeah. Have a lovely